Good Wednesday morning, everyone. It is a pinpoint weather alert day with a severe weather system ripping through the Queen City as we speak. You can see multiple cameras around the area from 85 out west to Monroe, Mecklenburg County, Union County, inbound Independence, and all surrounding communities. Stay weather aware. Right now, we're going to give you the latest this morning. We welcome you into our 8 o'clock hour of Queen City News Now. I'm Jason Harper.
And I'm Julian Sador. We want to get right to meteorologist Ted Phaeton on this pinpoint weather alert day. Ted, we know there is a tornado watch right now that you have behind you for a lot of our viewing area. Ted, what's the latest?
Yeah, the tornado watch issued right after the tornado warning earlier this morning. Severe thunderstorm warnings are currently in effect, including York County up into Mecklenburg County and areas north and east as we continue to see that threat of the storms track across the I-77 corridor. As expected, 8 a.m. being the brunt of those impacts, the tornado watch lasting through 1 p.m. this afternoon. I do expect the storms to push further east ahead of that 1 p.m. Expiration time. This is a good time to recap the difference between a watch and a warning, because you will hear a lot of watches and warnings throughout today and into this mid-morning hours. A watch means be prepared. So the tornado watch for the I-77 corridor and areas east is pretty much just alerting folks to be on the lookout for what could be a tornado warning here through the next couple of hours. When we activate or when we have a tornado warning, that is the time to take action, which means get to your safe place, the lowest level of your home. Put as many walls between you and the outside of your home as possible. Bring a mobile device and a charger so you can continue to get alerts to that location through the entirety and the maturity of the storm as it continues to track east. But that's the difference between a watch, which means be prepared, and a warning that means take action. So getting right to radar and identifying where the heaviest rain is as of right now, we see the reds on your map, and that's stretching from I-77. Right now, the line of storms, then that warned storm that was impacting Chester, now bearing down on Lancaster County, and that continuing to give us the torrential rainfall and more of the winds that's associated with this, which helps to break up that line, giving us that kink, which we've been watching closely. This is eastern York County, Fort Mill, Rock Hill, getting some of the heaviest rainfall with that severe thunderstorm warning still in place, which will be lasting until 8:15 this morning. That's going to be including not just Mecklenburg County, but stretching south through Pineville into Fort Mill and again parts of York County. As we push the map further north, we look at Huntersville included in the torrential rainfall, Cornelius east of Mooresville. So that I-77 corridor here in the thick of rush hour, continuing to get the torrential rainfall and the winds associated with this, which are significant. And when we see that break in the kink, something that we pay close attention to, you might have remembered if you were watching us here through that 7:30 to 7:45, where we watched to see the reflectivity or the movement of the particles in the atmosphere. Velocity is what we use to identify that. The good news is I'm not seeing any big hints of green. Green pushing away from the radar, the red pushing towards the radar, and where the two colors come close to each other indicates what will be more of that rotation, or rather the green is pushing towards the radar and the red is away from the radar station, and where we see the two is where the rotation is identified. So not seeing that as of right now, but we are going to continue to watch closely throughout the morning those impacts that we will be expecting. Make sure you download that Pinpoint Weather app to stay updated on any alerts of watches or warnings issued in your area. We'll continue to track the storm through its entirety and have another update here coming up in a few minutes. But Jason, when we have the severe weather, we also want to check on those roadways, but we'll have a look at traffic here in just a little bit. Julian.
All right, Ted, thank you. I want to get here first, Ted, and talk about the outages that we're seeing. Taking a look at Duke Energy's outage map, if we can go ahead and kind of push towards the western part, even though we have about 1,000 of those in Mooresville, go ahead and pull out, Robert. You can see towards the western part of the state even more outages right there as that system kind of makes its way. Yeah, you can see right there as it makes its way from the west towards the east. So you're seeing all those outages in some of our western counties, the mountain counties there. But yes, we are seeing some of the outages towards uptown, towards Mecklenburg County, as we have that tornado watch in place. We're going to continue to stay on the latest with these power outages and give you the latest on that here on Queen City News and online QCnews.com. But Jason, we're also seeing the same thing as we're seeing power outages. We're also seeing delays on the roadways as that system moves through.
Yeah, Julian, it goes hand in hand exactly with what Ted and Brandon, excuse me, are saying and showing exactly what you're talking about. You can see the line of the storms. We've been watching that line that you see between Rock Hill and Indian Land, Waxhaw, Marvin. That's where that stretch is of yellow and orange. That's been moving for the last hour and a half. And so it is causing problems all around the Queen City. This is live radar over the traffic map. Let's just start west and make our way east as far as the things that are happening around the Queen City this morning. The first one up today is, let's show the folks coming in from Gaston County. This is 85 North. We've had an issue on 85 North and South, not too far from the Belmont exit because of some earlier issues, but traffic is really slow trying to move in to the Queen City. Now, we wanted to show 45 outer. We've got a lane blocked. If you're trying to make your way around, excuse me, over to I-77, you're going to have a slowdown with one of the lanes blocked on 485 outer. Let's go inside the loop, 85 northbound. We've got an accident there forming near Brookshire Boulevard, 85 north at Brookshire. That's going to cause backups as well. Let's go a little further up. They've cleared this accident 85 south right before the connector at Sugar Creek Road, but there are backups for at least a couple of miles, so be prepared for that one as well. And this will give you just an idea of not only the wind shaking, the road conditions that the folks are dealing with on inbound Independence. Thankfully, the commute and the backups are not too bad. We'll give you a look at the drive times to the airport with delays and cancellations coming up the next 20 minutes. Julian.
The airport and delays right now. This is what we're seeing as that system moves along and impacts the East Coast. Taking a look at FlightAware's misery map, Charlotte Douglas seeing the biggest impact, 45 cancellations and 8 delays overall so far. As you can see nationwide, we have 103 delays, 83 cancellations, and you can see where that system is kind of moving through there, impacting a little bit in Atlanta, more so in Charlotte, even up to D.C., New York, Boston, even moving out west, we can see delays too. All of that because of that system that's making its way through the Queen City right now. So we'll stay on top of this. Again, you can get the latest online, qcnews.com. We are streaming with no delay right there on our website, so you can take us with you as you stay weather aware on this Wednesday.